This is my new GPS, the Garmin eTrex 30X. It's replacing my Garmin Legend, which I've had for nearly 10 years. It's the Western European model, denoted by the 14 in the model number on the bottom of the box. Out of the box, you get the main GPS unit. You get a mini USB cable for connecting up to your computer for syncing, and you get the documentation, which the main one is the quick start guides, and the other documentation is just safety and license details. The eTrex 30X is an update on the previous 30 model. The specs are pretty much similar. The main changes are the screen resolution has increased to 240 by 320 pixels, and the memory is now on the unit is now increased to 3.7 gigabyte. This particular model I've got, it's got the standard world base map, as well as the TopoActive map of Western Europe. When reviewing it, looks very similar to the OpenStreetMap. The unit can store 2,000 waypoints, up to 200 routes, and it has a tracker log for up to 10,000 points, comprising of 200 safe tracks. It also offers paperless geocaching and will hold up to 5,000 geocache details. Looking around the unit, it has buttons for the menu, the up and down. This is on the left hand side of the unit, which acts as like a back and forward. On the right hand side, you've got the back button, and then on the right hand side, the lower part, you've got the light and on off button, as well as the joystick in the just above the screen. In the battery compartment, that's where you also put your expandable micro SD card. Also on the back of the unit, at the top you've got a rubber flap which opens up, and that's where your mini USB cable goes for syncing. Also at the bottom of the unit you've got two small holes where a lanyard can go. Lanyard doesn't come with the unit, has to be purchased separately. The getting started instructions are very basic, which are supplied with this unit. The main details it gives you is how to calibrate your compass, and just putting things like batteries and that, but things like how to set up a geocache, it just points you to the main Garmin.com geocaching website, which then forwards you onto the main geocaching.com website. So not perfect instructions. There's no information at all about how to get additional maps and your GPXs onto the actual unit yourself, so a bit let down in that department, but I'll give you in a moment some more details of how you can actually do that. Connected to your computer transfer, you can use some free Garmin software called Basecamp. After installing the software, it'll come up with mapping for the basic world, and then you connect your GPS to it. It recognises your GPS, and it'll start syncing what's already on units, so your European base maps will get copied over to your PC, and those will give you an option of using those in the actual Basecamp app on your computer. This is greater detail on what you get out of the box with Basecamp. The one letdown with this unit is the transfer speed from USB is very slow. It's hardly changed since my prior eTrex, my Legend. So that's one downside, but it can be mitigated if you transfer onto your SD card instead of into the device's own memory. Also, connecting it to Basecamp, it will automatically check online to see if there are any updates to your eTrex unit. When I connected mine, it did offer a firmware update which introduced a couple of fixes and also two enhancements. So you don't need to worry about going hunting down upgrades and firmware. Just sync it into Basecamp, it'll automatically go and check to see if there's an update available for the device. For transferring maps and GPX Waypoint files directly onto the device, once you connect it, it's just simple. Go into your File Explorer and it's a drag and drop. For maps, you drag them into the Garmin folder, and for your Waypoint files, which are denoted by the GPX file type, you drag them into the folder which is Garmin/GPX. One note is if you've got a lot of GPX files, it does take a long time to copy them over. So the recommendation is if you've got multiple waypoints or if you've got multiple geocaches, rather than having them in individual GPX files, is put them in a single GPX file and they'll transfer over quickly. Also, when you first turn on the unit, after doing a transfer, it will take a little bit longer to boot up as it puts them into its main area. Future turning on and off, it will be normal 20 to 30 seconds boot time.